Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to yet another Destiny 2 video, and today we're doing a loot video. Out of all videos in 2019, I actually can't believe I'm doing this, but yeah, in Destiny 1 I used to make these Nightfall and raid loot videos all the time, and now that we actually have a very difficult endgame Nightfall that gives you really insane loot, I thought, why not? I did about 25 of these runs with various friends of mine, and we managed to get a lot of them done pretty quickly, and we really have the strategy down pat. So first drop that we end up getting here is the enhancement prisms. These are pretty nice for upgrading and masterworking, you know, some of your armor and stuff like that. So those are obviously going to come in handy, especially once I start getting the exact rolls and stats that I want on specific weapons. Moving on to the second chest here, and this is in no particular order, by the way. Some of the footage that I had got corrupted and stuff like that, and so, you know, my footage is kind of all over the place, but we got ourselves enhanced unflinching scout rifle aim right there. That's going to be very handy, and that has a void affinity. One other thing I wanted to mention really quick here, guys, is that I think this video is actually going to help us out in terms of the community, because we can kind of judge what the drop rates are like for exotic armor pieces and, you know, ascendant shards and all that kind of stuff in this specific Nightfall, because I did do 25 runs of this. We got ourselves an ascendant shard, as well as I believe that was enhanced shock and dexterity. That is an awesome PvP perk. Really glad that I got that right there, because I won't have to get it again. For those that do not know, once you get a mod, once you have it, you will never have to get it again, and you can always place it on any type of armor that you get for, I believe, only about 500 glimmers. So really awesome stuff right there. Again, right here we got ourselves enhanced hand cannon loader and a helm of Saint 14. Towards the ending of the video, I will show you all of my specific rolls and stat values that I got on the exotic armor pieces that you guys see dropping here, so don't worry, that's going to be towards the end of the video. But again, enhanced hand cannon loader, that is one of the most, you know, I guess, sought after mods that you can get for PvP, so I'm really stoked about that one. On this one, we got enhanced grenade launcher loader, again pretty solid, and we got peacekeepers. Now the peacekeepers I'm actually pretty excited about. I'll show you guys the roll that I got on that, and I think it's actually kind of meta. I'm gonna have to make a specific build on those peacekeepers very soon, because I got a crap ton of mobility, and obviously if you guys know what the peacekeepers do, they are great for SMGs and just movement speed with SMGs in general. This was the very first master Nightfall that I did. We got enhanced sniper rifle targeting, which was absolutely awesome, and we got some legendary drops that were pinnacle, which dropped at I believe 961 or something along those lines. So overall, we've been getting some really awesome loot, and I will say, after 25 runs, I do feel fairly lucky in comparison to a lot of my teammates that have been grinding this. I feel like I have way more mods than everybody else, so maybe my RNG is just pretty damn good. We got enhanced impact induction with an insurmountable skull fort right there as well. I don't even know what impact induction does. Obviously, I know it's related to grenades, but I've never used that mod before, so I'm gonna have to take a look at it afterwards once I get back on the game and see what that does. We got some pretty solid stuff though, like I mentioned, a lot of mods, a lot of exotics, and we also got ourselves tons of ascendant shards. Ascendant shards are something you're going to need if you want to get your masterworked armor all the way up from 9 to 10 masterwork value. Once you do that, you also have an increase in your stat value, so masterworking, you know, for the end game specifically, is going to be very important. So I'm happy I'm getting a lot of these ascendant shards, enhancement prisms, and just materials that you're really going to need to masterwork. So far, it seems like Nightfalls are the best way to farm these materials, and right there we got another insurmountable skull fort and enhanced linear fusion rifle targeting. That's going to be a really good mod on my Titan, because I love using the Arbalist on my Titan, especially with, you know, all the linear fusion rifle scabs and stuff like that with bottom tree striker. But this is probably the best way to really farm out materials, guys. I haven't really found any other methods that are even close to this. Right there we got enhanced ashes to assets. That is a great mod right there with the crest of Alpha Lupi. And I'm not sure, I think it's really just Nightfalls that you can farm all this stuff on. I'm not too sure, and I don't know why you can't get Ascendant Shards or Enhancement Prisms for the raid, but I'm one of those people that really think that Bungie needs to come out with a prestige version of the raid, and in addition to have the regular drops, you know, throw in Ascendant Shards and Enhancement Prisms. I think that'd be awesome. With that drop right there, we hit the absolute jackpot. We got Prisms, an Ascendant Shard, an exotic weapon, and an enhanced mod. That is really all you can ask for. I mean, you really can't get anything more than that. It's actually impossible to get more than that. So if you ever get 4 things, the Prism, the Shard, an exotic, and an enhanced mod, it is your lucky day, and that's basically like hitting the jackpot. Right there, we got another enhancement Prism and an Ascendant Shard. Ascendant Shards are something that I'm very happy with dropping. Like, I don't mind that whatsoever, because those are kind of like the pinnacle materials that you need for endgame, and they're pretty rare. You can't get them from many activities whatsoever, so whenever I see one, I am very, very happy with the result. Another thing I thought I'd mention, because you guys probably do not know this, because a lot of you guys may not actually be at my stage where you're grinding these out, and really quick, Ursa Furiosa with an Ascendant Shard and more Prisms. That is another great drop right there, but what you guys might not be familiar with, because I don't know if you guys are high enough to be grinding out these 980 powerful Nightfalls just yet, but you actually cannot get any exotic weapons when you are farming this Nightfall and any Nightfall in general. And some of you guys might be saying, well, that's horrible because I want to fill out my collection, but it's actually a great thing. I'll explain why in a second. Right there, we got ourselves more Prisms, enhanced rocket launcher loader, and I believe the Mask of the Quiet One. So another great drop. I am getting quite a lot of things from most of these, but the reason why it's so good that you can't get exotic weapons from this is because exotic weapons will always drop with the exact roll. So if you just simply get another one that you have, it's a duplicate, you're going to dismantle it and get crap, basically just legendary shards. Feedback Fence, Ascendant Shard, Prism, and Enhanced Unflinching. That was possibly the best drop that I got out of this entire run. So yeah, you can't get weapons. All you can get is armor, which is fantastic because you can farm out some god rolls. I do not have the last 8 remaining strike runs because they got corrupted using Shadowplay. I hate Shadowplay. I'm always going to be using Shadowplay and Elgato now for any types of videos like this. But what you guys can see here is basically all the loot that I got from 25 runs. There will be exotics in here that you guys did not see in the footage prior, simply because, like I mentioned, the footage did get corrupted. Overall, a lot of shitty helmets. The only good thing that I got, and I'm happy about this, is the Helm of Saint 14. Definitely a very good stat value on that helmet, and it dropped with the proper affinity that I wanted. We also have the ACD Zero Feedback Fence. Really not that fantastic. It's got a lot of discipline and strength, but I don't like that that particular gauntlet. We got the Ursa Furiosa with a lot of strength and not a lot of intellect. So in my opinion, this is not a god roll, especially with that 59 stat roll. We have the Axiom War Rigs at 61 with a lot of resilience. You never want to be running a lot of resilience if you're a PvP player, so this is probably going to be an item that I'm scrapping. We have the Crest of Alpha Loopy. This obviously gives you more orbs from supers, and then casting barricades heals you as well. Nothing fantastic about that. We got Peregrine Greaves. This is the roll right here that I got from the Nightfall, and it dropped at 52, which is pretty low, but with the strength mod it goes up to 62. I'm using it simply because the strength value on that was very high. These Peacekeepers are a god roll. I got 68 on these with the mobility mod, and I just stacked on submachine gun mods as well to kind of make that a very god roll. Then we have a ton of Antaeus wards. These are all going to get absolutely scrapped because they're trash, and I don't use this exotic ever, so even if I were to get a god roll on one of these boots, honestly, I just scrap them because I have no use for them whatsoever. They're fun to kind of mess around with and have shits and giggles, but honestly, they're not really that viable when it comes to, you know, meta loadouts and stuff like that. For the 25 runs, we got ourselves 8 Ascendant Shards and a total of 54 Enhancement Prisms. Once you reach a cap of 50, the rest go to your Postmaster, and we also managed to get ourselves an exotic engram from the Postmaster. Well, it went to the Postmaster, but it dropped when I killed one of the champions in my Nightfall run. But that is it for the video though, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the odds down below in the comments. Is it fair? Is this too much of a grind? mind, let me know. I'd love to know what you guys think. As always, if you enjoyed, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Subscribe for more daily Destiny 2 content. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.